Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Pray you're all doing wonderful and had a wonderful start to your weekend. I did pre-film this video, so inshallah you get it on Saturday. And that being said, I do hope you're having a wonderful weekend with your friends, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, husband, wife, your children. Yeah, I do hope you're all filling each other's cups with love and happiness. And remember, like I always say, it's a two-way street. You gotta give as good as you get. Give as good as you get. That kind of feels good. And also, if you haven't subscribed, show me some love. Do hit the subscribe button down there and turn on the bell so that you won't miss any future videos from me, because I do come up with videos on all things simple elegance, wellness, self-care, self-love, all that good stuff that just make us feel like the best versions of ourselves without breaking the bank, inshallah. So if that's up your street, do make sure that you subscribe. I am wearing this gorgeous little fitted LBD. I did mention it in my must-haves for a startup capsule wardrobe for your autumn winter wardrobe. I didn't try it on the video. I should have, because it's really gorgeous. So do make sure that you check out the video. And also, if you bump into me in the streets of Dubai wearing this dress consistently, mind your business. I'm obsessed with it. I cannot take it off. They have to peel it off me. So yeah, anyway, today we're going to talk about simple ways we can infuse simple lessons that are rooted in love from the things that we love. Somebody said, you say amateur is as if it's a bad word, amateur as if it's a dirty word. Amateur is derived from a Latin word amare, the washing machine. Today is one of those days. I feel like it's Murphy's slow today. If one thing goes wrong, seriously 20 things goes wrong. So amare in Latin means to love, for the love of it, doing something for the love of it. So today my invitation for you is to find something that you genuinely love. It could be that you've released so many albums in the shower. It could be that you love to throw a kick dinner party in the manner of William or Lucy, or William, by the way. I think every woman should read that book. Oh Lucy, remember that time when you threw a dinner party that's according to William to Lucy, and you said, oh no, it wasn't even a dinner party. You could never throw a dinner party. We just had people over. To him it wasn't a dinner party, but to Lucy it was a dinner party. So it doesn't matter if you're an amateur or not, just go for it. Don't listen to the Williams of this world, right? If you're waiting for the video to start, this is the video. I promise you this stuff is really good. I'm gonna take this advice myself. So yeah, if you love to cook, do it. If you love to sing, do it. If you love to draw, do it. It doesn't matter if you're an amateur. The good thing is that amateur is not a bad word, as long as this hobby or this thing that you love is going to take care of the three pillars that genuinely matter: physical, spiritual, and emotional. So that this way we are all happier and we have our happy pill panacea. So my thing is yoga. I love yoga. I've been on this journey for 3 years and I've been consistently walking it, and truly speaking, it really has transformed my life in the most beautiful way. And I'm not the same person I was, and I thank God for that journey, because I have learned so many lessons, and every single day I'm always unlocking something. So yoga is my thing. So whatever your thing is. And also, I started as an amateur. I knew I've always loved yoga, or the idea of it. I'm one of those people who always had a yoga mat before I started practicing yoga. That's how much I knew that I'm connected to this journey, basically. So find your thing, and it doesn't have to make sense for anybody. In the words of Paulo Coelho, don't explain. Your friends don't need it, and your enemies will not believe you. You don't have to justify it to anybody. As long as it takes care of your physical, your mental, and your spiritual health, then you're good to go. And honestly, it's just going to make you a better person, and also the people that are counting on you are going to have the best version of you. The teachers themselves I remember my first yoga teacher walking into the studio. His name is Monishwe. Hi Monishwe, if you're watching. I just had that connection with him, and more to the point, I was a beginner, I was an amateur, and he was so kind to me. So in life, you're going to meet teachers that are going to help you. It could be that it's not just a teacher in particular, it could be a friend, it could be a rando you bump into, and they give you an idea that can literally change the trajectory of your life. The idea is to always remain a student, so that this way when the lessons come, you are not judgmental of the vessel that presents you with a lesson. A couple of months ago, my teacher was trying to assist me to nail the chaturanga dandasana. This is actually a low plank, and it's a bit tricky if you don't know how to do it, because I just used to collapse on my chest. And this lovely lady next to me, she just said, just put your arms, like let them stick to your body, and then you can go down. And that one technique gave me the perfect chaturanga dandasana, and it really changed my asana. So the same with life, we have to stay open to the teachers, to the gurus, to even a child as well. They can teach us something, and like I said, it really can change our outlook on things, and it can be that idea that can really transform things. So always stay open, don't look at the vessel, just look at that lesson, and this way it might actually surprise you where it takes you. Never compare yourself to other people. For starters, people have different backgrounds. Some people were dancers, other people were are just flexible like that, and other people, maybe they have injuries. So you can imagine if you have like 5 people with injuries and they're struggling, and then you suddenly feel so big-headed about your practice. It doesn't make sense, does it? And also, more to the point, look at people, not to compare yourself to them. According to Iyanla said, comparing yourself to other people is an act of violence against the self that you are, against the person that you are. So you're wasting your own resources. You're you're basically slaughtering a donkey knowing you don't eat a donkey. Why would you even bother doing that? So the same with comparing yourself to other people. It's a useless waste of your time, waste of your energy, waste of your attention, because you will never be them. You don't know where they are on their journey. Like I said, some people have injuries, other people were dancers, other people did ballet. All those things are going to sort of mostly influence their asanas. It's going to influence how they move, how they do things. We have different upbringing. So focus on your own path, focus on your own journey. Let people do what they need to do, so that this way you can observe from an angle of being inspired. I also had to learn that, because it's literally one of the most difficult lessons. Feel inadequate about where you are, because you will never make progress by comparing yourself to other people. It's either you're going to feel bad, or you're going to think that you're better than everybody. So therefore, this way there is no progress whatsoever. Instead, focus on that. Focus on what's happening on your mat. Focus on what's happening in your life, and how can you show up every single day just a little bit better than you were yesterday. Some say that your competition is the man in the mirror. As Michael said, I'm looking at the man in the mirror and I'm asking him to change his ways. That's your competition. Never compare yourself to other people. It's just going to demotivate you, and you're not going to make as much progress as you could be making if you just focus on you. Listening to the wisdom of the body. As women, I think we are more intuitive, but it takes silence, it takes trusting your own abilities, it takes trusting your own intuition as well, because we are constantly pulled in so many directions, and there's so many opinions, there's so many blinding lights out there. It really can be overwhelming. All of it is good. I mean, a lot of it is very good, but it can be blinding sometimes, because it's a lot. So when you start dropping into your body, because we have a tendency to listen to from the neck up, but we don't really get into our heart, we don't really get into our sacral chakras. We don't really get into our solar plexus and really feel, because when you start listening to the wisdom of the body, the same with the asanas. There's some asanas whereby you try to push and I've reached my limits, I cannot do it now, so therefore I just have to stop, or I have to get into the baby pose, or I have to sit this one out, because it's okay to listen to the wisdom of the body, not overthink things so much, because sometimes your gut feeling is actually correct about so many things. So therefore, if you take the time to trust that intuition, to take the time to trust your body, let it communicate with you, because the mind is like, yes, but sometimes your body is actually saying no, absolutely no. So every time you get into several asanas, it really helps you to focus on your intuition, focus on stress does manifest itself in the body as well. Like for example, if your shoulders are not pulled back, it means you're walking into your room and you're not confident. So if you pay attention to that, you can actually correct your posture and say, bring it on, here I am. And also the same with the knots in our stomachs, all those things. And some people can actually get a period when they're excited, according to some reports that I read. So it's about listening to all those things and trusting that, and trusting the wisdom of the body, because there are so many ways of getting some messages, getting some downloads without overthinking it. Be patient. Patience is going to try us, because once again, we live in that era now where we want it. You want to watch it, click it. You want to order it, it's delivered. You want dinner, it's delivered. You don't even have to cook it. You don't even have to heat it up like now, because even with Karim, they say if your food is not hot within the specific time, you can get a free meal and you can get a refund. So now we live in that era where we just want to order something, we prime it, it's delivered tomorrow. But there's something about being patient with your own journey. When I first started, there's so many asanas I could not do. Like I could do the wheel pose from the get-go. I don't know, I've always known how to do that. And but a lot of asanas, like the chaturanga dandasana, like I said, it took me a very long time. To this day, I still struggle with arm balances, but I trust the process, and I don't have to get there by Wednesday. I can simply do the best I can, show up to the best of my abilities, and trust that it will come to me. The same with life as well. What's meant for you will definitely find you, and particularly if you put in the effort, because that snowball effect is going to get you there. That's the law. If you plant a seed, it is going to germinate, it is going to grow. If you give love, if you nurture, if you're pregnant, for instance, for some of us, we have been pregnant, we know the whole process. First trimester, your baby is here, your baby is the size of a grapefruit, your baby is now forming the hands. It's a process. I'm not going to fall pregnant today and then next week I'm going to hold a happy, healthy 5-kilo baby boy with long legs, am I? And a short torso like mine. Probably it's going to be long. My son is tall. But what I'm trying to say is it's a process. And also the thing with being pregnant as well is at the end, when you get to 34-35 weeks thereabout, your sleep pattern is going to be so disrupted, extremely disrupted, because you're getting ready for baby. Because when baby comes, guess what? Baby's gonna be up at random hours. So your body has to be used to waking up and cater and look after the baba. Be patient with yourself. As long as you show up, it's what matters the most. As long as you do your best in anything whatsoever, even in relationships as well. You can't go from being friends to getting married, although it does happen to other people who are fortunate to sort of find their soulmate. For majority of us, it is going to require patience, and it's going to require time as well. Majority of us, it is going to require loads and lots of patience. And also the same in yoga, we have transitions. For example, if I'm going to be coming from a headstand, I'm not going to do a shoulder stand after a headstand. It's going to mess with my blood flow. I need to first getting a baby pause and then get the circulation correct as well, because all the blood was going the opposite direction, right? So with transitions, you have to take, it's going to take a bit of time, and that is okay, because we live now obviously in the internet era where everything is, obviously it seems to be so easy and attainable. The internet make us believe that we can immediately click and then it comes and then it's delivered, and also we observe other people's lives, but we don't know their journey. So you need to trust the transitions, just like seasons as well. We cannot go from summer to winter. We have to go summer, autumn, and then winter, right? So that this way we can adjust as well. We can, yes, we can adjust to the changes without it being so drastic. The relationship with a yoga mat, this has become personal for me. I didn't realize that it's going to be a personal journey, the same, a personal attachment, and maybe because I put so much energy into my mat, so therefore we all need a safe place to land. We all need that one person that we can call on, and then we can just lay our heads on that person and let it out, a safe space, because a lot of us, we don't have that, unfortunately, because we're now in that me, I era, and we've forgotten the value of uncles, the value of great aunts, Aunt Stella, Aunt Julia, and then we can really go to them where they don't judge us, where they can pour into us and pour love into us. If you're familiar with Billions, I don't know if you've ever observed the Chuck Senior and Chuck Junior relationship. They butt heads most of the time, but when it comes to getting together and really loving each other, it's a beautiful relationship. So you need to find your place to just, because the mat is going to, you're not going to hurt yourself. If you fall, it's going to be minimum impact on your body, because it's going to be kind of soft, if you will, and it's gentle on the knees. So the same with us, you need to find your Samson and Delilah, that place where you can go to and let it out. And especially for our African men, I feel like they've been carrying so much on their shoulders, and they really need that. And we all do, we really do, to have those safe places where we can be ourselves and lay our head down and be comforted. I think that is extremely important, and I feel like it's really missing in the times we live in. Last but not least, flexibility. Not just flexibility of the body, I have that already, but I'm talking about the flexibility of mind as well. Flexibility of mind, oh my god. Yeah, that is quite challenging, and I'm a fixed sign. If you are a fixed sign, I'm sorry. I know the struggle. My Leos, Aquarius, and Scorpio, we are extremely fixed. But Taurus, I think, because of that stubbornness, I am extremely stubborn, and it's very difficult for me to adjust to change. I'm as Taurus as they come. The older I get, the harder it becomes for me. I just cannot suffer fools gladly. And it's also difficult because when somebody doesn't suffer my foolish ways gladly, I just, okay, fine, so be it. And then it's like, what's happening there is we've just cut it off, basically. So it's extremely important that we stay flexible, especially in these times that we live in. Things are just happening so fast. Life is progressive. It's also like moving at a very fast pace. So we need to adjust with the times. We cannot be as fixed, and this has been extremely difficult for me, because we have to stay open-minded, and when we are open, then new things come. Unlike if we keep on holding on, I cannot make space, I cannot make room for the new, and I really need to be renewed and really be less stubborn in my way of thinking, the way I approach things, and really be flexible. So every time I'm also on the mat, honestly, I am working on ways to be more open-minded, to be more flexible, and be confident in the fact that even if I do change my mind constantly and stay open, it doesn't mean that I am sort of forsaking my my Taurus ways basically. So that's something that has been helping me tremendously to stay not just be flexible in the body, but also the flexibility of mind. And I think that is extremely important, to stay open and to be less stubborn. So yeah, that's all we had time for today. I did rumble quite a lot, didn't I do hope you enjoyed this video. And remember, amare means for the love of it. Make sure that it feeds your soul, it feeds your spirit, and it feeds your mind. That being said, love one another, take care of one another, and be kind to one another. If nothing else, I shall be seeing you in my next video. Bye.